You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by RØDE Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by vanhalenstore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, it is the weekend. Happy Saturday morning to you. A beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here in southwestern Ontario, Eastern Standard Time, whatever. It is just a couple minutes before 10 o'clock our time. Just went outside with Nocturnal Butterfly and opened up her greenhouse out there. And boy, oh boy, looking good. Plants are doing very, very well. Our pool is in the ground, looking beautiful as ever. It's a beautiful weekend. A nice start to the weekend for sure. So we were off last night for the sole fact that we originally were hoping to have Rusty Cooley last night. But due to scheduling conflicts, we're bringing him on next Friday. So next Friday, and we're going to start 1 hour later next Friday, just to accommodate his schedule. I believe he's teaching at the academy. So we'll be starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Friday. We'll still be doing a 90-minute show, so we'll run till 11:30. But also, we're going to be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, with Blackstone Cherries, Chris Robertson. Chris has been on the show. This will probably make his third visit to the show. Always brings great insight and makes Nocturnal Butterfly really happy too. So, there you go, right? So I figured we'd go live a little bit this morning. I was going to do a solo show last night, even though because we bumped the regular guest show. I was going to do some jamming last night, but thought, you know what, we'll just take the night off, but I'll make up for it in the morning. I have some coffee, which we've got right now, and it's actually getting cold. I picked it up almost over half an hour ago, and it doesn't stay warm in these things for very long. So we figured what I'd do this morning here, probably about an hour presentation, just do some jamming. I want to also go over these RØDE wireless microphones as well, too, that we talked about on the unboxing there a couple days back. And I had a chance to use them, and we'll actually try them today. We'll try them live just in an environment to show you what they can do. These are going to be perfect for, people attending conventions like yesterday we had, what's still going on today, Gear Fest, Sweetwater's Gear Fest. Cosmo Music up here in Canada had their festival, kind of a big celebration deal a couple weeks back. Brian Cote and Hack and all those guys got to attend that. And then, of course, NAMM. You've got Summer NAMM coming up in Nashville, Winter NAMM coming up in Anaheim. These are perfect things. I mean, the world's smallest microphones to take with you. And I may even, when I go to NAMM next year, I may go this route as well, too. I traveled way too big for NAMM the past 2 times I've been there. And, just like I am cramped in this studio, you get cramped, in the environment of NAMM. You're trying to bring big rigs in there, and it's just not conducive and not very, I really want to go smarter next year. The lighter I can travel, the better it'll be, and these will help you greatly with that. So one of the things, just for some fun, I want to show people, I'm going to be using 2 different Line 6 Helix units today. You can see behind me the Helix rack. I'm not playing through that one at the moment. I'm playing through a Helix floor, which is on the floor, literally, just off to my left. And the reason why I'm using 2 different Helixes today is I'm using different routing capabilities, and I want to show people some of the very, very cool things you can do. Probably not a lot of you were able to tune into my one episode. Maybe some of you did, some of you didn't. I had Chad Husky on the was it last week's? I think it was last week's the Helix Hour show. And I was showing him the capabilities of wet, dry, wet. And I mean, that terminology for the guitar players, they know what that means. People that aren't guitar players is, I'll put it in simple terms for you, is, wet on the outside, wet on the left, wet on the right, dry in the center. So you want to hear on a guitar that's not really affected coming at your dead center, and then you kind of sprinkle in, it's almost like having cake, icing over here, and a plain cake here in the middle, if that makes any sense. That'll put it in perspective. So I've been writing different presets just for these ones aren't available for sale or anything. They're just my own personal enjoyment for now. I may carry that over to some marketplace presets down the road. But for now, just beautiful, beautiful ear candy. And I've done it with an acoustic preset. So we'll play here. And actually, before I do that, we'll go say hi to everybody first. That's what's more important here is everyone that's here. Ladybug's jumping in saying, hello, Gary Tholen there. Gary Holt is here. Ladybug said, stormed like crazy here last night. Our power was out. We were sitting in the dark. Yeah, we get that here way too often in our small town. Sorry that happened to you. I know your little one would be kind of scared probably, but maybe having some fun with mom, hanging out like a little camp out. Raspberry is here. Ninja Jam. Ladybug says, are you sending me a bill for your tech advice on my laptop? No, because I think my better half of Nocturnal did more than I did for it. So that was good. She helped you there. There she is, Nocturnal Butterfly, my beautiful better half. We're going to be doing some fun stuff with grandkids today. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to that here soon. She says, Ladybug says, a lot of damage. We have a few big limbs down, but they didn't hit anything, thank goodness. And that's what we fear here as well, too, because we have a couple trees that are easily 150 years old, and we get big limbs that come down sometimes so heavy that you'll feel the ground shake. So it could be a couple 100 pounds of tree branches. And we got the pool out there now, which scares us. But more importantly, these trees come down on the house. If they came on the house, there would be nothing left. Bam Ozzy says, I added my new guitar to my Imgur now. Okay, good. If you want to see it, I have a couple of pics, just guitar, create a new folder. I can't wait to see that because Bam Ozzy was telling us yesterday he's getting a new guitar. And speaking of guitars, too, I'm actually moving a couple as well, too. I'll share that with you as well. You can see them poking out behind me there, too. I'm selling I'm making room for some other guitars. Got my eye on a few things. There's a 1998 USA PV Wolfgang mint condition. A couple of little tiny, barely, very, very small dings on the back. And it comes with the original hard shell case, hardtail, amber. And I'm selling a 2004 PRS CE22 bolt-on, American, USA. It comes with the case as well, too. And that one, for a very brief time, was owned by Chan Kinchla of Blues Traveler, and played on stage. So that's kind of some cool history of that one as well, too. So those guys are going. If anybody's interested in those, reach out to me privately, and we'll talk some pricing on that. But always, got to make room for some others to accumulate more, right? Turkey Trail, Honeybee Farm, Georgia. It says, sup, nice to have you here. Travis Snyder is here. Guitar Jams is my morning coffee. Yes, and mine's getting cold, so I got to keep taking it. Hope you don't mind. I got to keep taking sips because it's going to be cold probably in about 15 minutes. Continue on. Gary Holt says, sunny for the first day in weeks here. Yeah, it can get really, when I was at NAMM the first time, 2017, the whole week I was there was my first experience to Los Angeles. It was rain, and it was unseasonably, I guess what people were saying, the locals were saying, they didn't get that much as we had that week, and it was a letdown for a Canadian visiting NAMM or California for the first time, so I hope it gets better for you, Gary. Ours is picking up here nice. It hasn't been hot enough to swim yet. Junior did jump in the pool last night. The water was under 70 degrees, probably 68 degrees. Too cold for me. I just can't do it. Even he was complaining about a little bit of, we won't say what he was complaining about, but it was cold. You can imagine what I'm saying. Gary Thorne, it's already 88 degrees and humid in Florida. Whoa, that's hot one for this time of the year. We're in the same time zone, too. Bam says that CE looks nice, at least from here. It's a beautiful guitar. It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Very, very nice. It's got a couple little dings in it, they almost look like if you were to take a little needle and just went into the finish. There's like two spots like that, and there's a couple on the back. But it for 2004, it's absolutely amazing. It's been upgraded as well, right from the PRS factory with the Mark Tremonti pickups. And I had one fellow actually that was interested in it. He asked me, are they like the SE Tremonti, like the cheaper Tremonti? They're the cheaper pickups. And I said, to be honest with you, I've never seen them out of the guitar. And I said, judging by its age when I got the guitar, I don't even think PRS, and Bam would know this, I don't even think PRS had the SE, the cheaper line, out of the Tremonti guitar yet. So I said, I'm 99% sure that those are the USA Tremonti pickups. So I did a setup on the guitar the other day and pulled out the pickups. Had to do some adjustments anyways, flipped them over, and sure enough, PRS USA, Tremonti bridge, Tremonti neck, or whatever they call them. So very, very cool. I learned something there at the same time as well. Never rains in California. Yeah, from what Raspberry's saying. Yeah, except in January. Figures, right? And I'm there January, like it was like the 20th, to whatever, 24th or something like that. Zach Thong is here. Motor City Axeman is here. Let me see. I was dying to ask on Facebook, but couldn't go there. Actually, sunny here in the UK right now. Don't ask me the temp, as I don't know or care. As long as it's sunny, that's right. I'll take cool weather. I'll take whatever I can. But as long as the sun is shining, I am very, very happy for that. Let me see. Turkey Trail says, should Jackson sue Gibson for the Star Trek V in spite? Who knows, right? This is going to get really ugly, and I'm kind of staying out of it for now, just because I work with Kramer. I'm a Kramer artist, and obviously they're on the same umbrella of families, and it's just like I certainly don't want to stir any pots, and I have my opinions, and I guess I could fairly say, that it's gonna be a real interesting run. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I've seen the video, and I don't think it's as bad as what people made it out to be. I think it was a little maybe a little gruff, and maybe it could have been toned down a little bit. And excuse me, I have to sneeze. that would have been very loud on the camera. Sorry about that. That would have been very bad. Bam Ozzy says, the Toronto pickups are great. They are a good sounding pickup. All right, so let's do this for a second. Let's bring in this acoustic guitar. I'm using a Martin type, it's a Martin-esque preset, and it's really just very, very simple. There's nothing. There's no reverb. There's no nothing on this. Just a chord. Listen to this. Okay, let's change cameras too so you can see a little bit better. And this is going to demonstrate that wet, dry, wet effect that I'm talking about. So it sounds nice. Okay. Now, this, if you're listening through headphones right now, probably only maybe 1% of you are. But if you are listening through headphones, or you come back and listen to this through headphones, you're in for a treat. Okay, so we're going to bring in the wet. Oh, there's R2, R3 locking that. Good morning, everyone, and bless you, Eric. Thank you, buddy. That was a bad sneeze. I think it's allergies. You know, go outside a little bit. And Joe Hervey's here as well, too. Okay, ready? Here we go. We're going to bring in... I'll actually make it even sound a little prettier. I'll play one of my passages of a song I've written called Dreams. This is written back in like very late 1980, and it's a song that still is with me today. I haven't finished it, but I'm going to finish it. And it goes something like this. Okay, you ready for this? I know your ears have heard that. Give it a second for any of the modulation to die away. I'm bringing in the wet now on the left and right speakers. Same passage, and I'm going to turn off my vocal microphone to get rid of the extra hiss. Here we go. So here's the wet, dry, wet with the acoustic. It's still sustaining. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Isn't that nice? I love it. Listen to that. So Jason Wade, you're just jumping in, and nice to see you, buddy. What you're hearing there is a difference between, this is a wet, dry, wet. So here's my dry. Okay. Very, very nice. So what I'm doing there, this is one of the, okay, like, say what you want about all the other modelers out there. They are all awesome. Kemper, Headrush, Boss, you name it. They are all awesome. And people have probably never heard me say that. I'm saying it again. If you didn't hear me say it the first time, I'm saying it again. They are all awesome. However, what I like about the possibilities with Helix is the routing combinations. You've got so many outputs. I mean, first of all, on a Helix unit, you've got your left and right XLR outputs. Okay, there's a stereo output. You've got your 1/4 inch outputs, okay, so there's a second stereo output. You've got digital, either ASUB, whatever you call it, or the Line 6 link, which looks like an XLR cable, but it's not really. It's a special kind of XLR cable. That is another set of stereo outputs. So there's 3 now stereo outputs right there. Then you've got 4 send and returns if you're using Helix Rack or Helix Floor. So technically, even those sends, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2 more stereo pairs of sends. So you've got 3, 4, 5, up to almost 6 different combinations of what you can do. So what I'm doing in a case like this, using Helix Floor to my mixer, I'm running that dry signal, okay, this guy right here. I am running that out with an XLR cable, mono, on the left side of my Helix to my mixer, pan dead center, so that's all you're hearing. Okay, and on my path, I wish I could show you an HX edit at the moment. My path, you follow the path along, and I say, okay, where that goes there, I want to send that out the XLR cable. And then I have a little drop down, and I put my wet effects on there, like the reverbs, some really orchestral reverbs and some crazy stuff on there, a tiny bit of delay. I tell that to go out 1/4-inch outputs, and I bring that to my mixer on a stereo channel, and I just bring in my faders as much as I want, so I could hit a chord and roll in the faders if I want. So very, very cool. Back behind me, if I go to this camera, back there on Helix rack, I'm using a wet, dry, wet system. I'm using speaker in the middle, and then I'm running, let me see, how am I doing that? I think I am running XLR out of Helix in stereo to a center cabinet, and then I'm running digital, the line 6 link cable to the 2 power cabs, which you can see one, you can barely see the second one over there, so I've got those running in stereo. And when you hit a chord in here, you know, at a couple 100 watts, it's like, oh my God, it's like you just don't want to leave the spectrum of the sound. And you got this crunchy crunch dry signal coming up up the center, and this wet little, I said it the other day on the show, it's almost like a big hug of tone. It reaches around and gives you not a reach around, but it gives you a hug. Let me go back and read some more comments on the chat. I'm going to put this guitar down in a second. We're going to jump over to some fun stuff, and we're going to play through the other Helix and play some tunes as well too. And then we're going to have a look at these really, really cool RØDE Wireless mics. We're going to test them today. They're awesome. So a big review. Let me see here. Go back a little further. Jason Wade. Okay, I think that's where I left off. Motor City X-Men is awesome. Zach Thong saying hi to everybody. Brad Miller is here. Awesome. Good to see you, buddy. Always nice talking to Jason. Jason Wade and to Brad. Raspberry. What's the reverb on that? That's one of the, I want to say, because I don't have HX Edit open right now, I think it's Glitz. I think it's the Glitz reverb. Pretty sure. Whatever the one with the biggest hang time is. Could be double tank, but I don't think so. I think it's the Glitz. I can tell you later on. I'll let you know. I'm just not positive on that at the moment. And Travis Snyder says, awesome, has an 80s Def Leppard vibe. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's, you know, I was very obsessed with Def Leppard at the time. You know, High and Dry was my, well, I got a call coming in. Let's cancel that for a sec. That's weird. I get calls on my Mac as well, too. Oh, that was probably one of those real long numbers, a solicitor of some sort. I'm gonna have a Nocturnal. She hears this. If you can have Junior go throw my phone on airplane mode, that would be fantastic. And then it's in the kitchen, just so I don't get calls to my computer. I should have done that before I come in here. That's one of the nice things I like about Mac. I can answer calls on my computer here, which is good, or ignore them too. Continue on. That was a nice little dance, right? Fred Siegel's here, man. Good to see you. Let me see here. Joe Hervey, Guitar Hack is here. Awesome. Good morning, Hack. Let's just give one more little riff for Hack. Just a nice wet, dry, wet. Here you go. Dry. And let's bring in the wet. Joe Hervey, Eric, my bro, really watch YouTube. He said, seen a few things you did. It really likes you, bro. He was saying, Joe, I heard Eric shout you out. Very, very nice. R3 Locknut did a super chat. Says, sounds excellent, Eric, and love that Amber PV Wolfgang behind you. If you're interested, buddy, I'll give you a really good deal. That's for sale. Those two are for sale. That baby and the PRS. I hate to let them go, but I have my eyes on other things. There we go. We'll play that one today for Brad. We're going to do some real jamming here in a second. Rick Hefner is here. All right, so I think it's time to probably get some heavy. How about that? Einar is here. Everybody, I'm chasing my 3-year-old daughter around, but I'll be checking in when possible. Hope you're all on your way to a great weekend. That's going to be a fun project. Chasing a 3-year-old, I remember those days. Oh, man. Eric Jr., when he was 2 or 3 years old, man, the energy. That's when I realized how old I was trying to chase a young child around like that. All right, let's rock and roll now. Let's put this guitar down, and we're going to switch to another Helix. That's one of the nice things about having the Helix floor and the rack, because I've got different routing capabilities here. So what I'll do now is I'm going to mute a couple of those channels on the mixer. Go back over to this camera here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to mute the XLR for Helix floor. I'm going to mute the 1/4 inches from that, and we're going to grab some rock and roll guitars. Okay, and I'm really cramped for space here today. Thank you very much for that super chat, R2. That's very, very kind of you. Okay, come on, Kramer, let me go. We're going to get out the Kramer. All right, and we're also going to grab, I should make sure the Helix rack is muted so we don't give a popping sound. This guitar is so much heavier than the other. All right. We got this. We got this. We got some space somewhat. I think we're getting there. All right. We are now going to roll in Helix rack. What do we got? All right. You know what we'll do? Let's grab another sip of coffee. All right. We'll drop her down to D. All right, how about we start with some silence? Sound good? Let's have some fun. This is where we start to rock and roll.
I've had all I can handle. I am the man. I've seen enough to never seem to feel what's come to
right, let's go back a little bit. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to jump into Fly in just a moment. Bam, sometimes you have to sell to get what you want more, whatever. If something has usefulness to me, I won't sell it, but it's safe to get something I want. Obviously not the best if you need sooner. Exactly. Einar says, energy is right. I call Susanna my 40-pound boss. There you go. Joe says, I wonder if any new digital amps are going to come out. We've seen a lot of tube, and to be honest, solid state will make a comeback. Yeah, it's winter or summer NAMM is around the corner, so who knows, right? We could see something. Guitar Hack says, that's my favorite guitar, Eric, have mine. Yeah, it's fair. I like this one a lot, too. This is my rock and roll guitar for sure. Jason Wade talking to the friends here. Happy Saturday, everyone. Let me see here. Fred Siegel, love that wah, Eric. Which model is that again? That would be the whatever the equivalent is of the Vox 847 or whatever. The UK whatever it is in Helix. I forget the name of it. You probably know better than I do offhand, but it's whatever the equivalent is of the Vox wah. I love that one. It does sound pretty good, right? I like it. Sounds pretty convincing to me. Let me see here. Continue down. I'm going to try a song called Fly here in a moment. Hack's got a gig tonight, so he's going to veg all day. Yeah, you got to save your energy, right? I remember those days. You really expel a lot of energy at a gig. Totally. Okay, we're going to play a song called Fly. And what I love about this song here is I used a real Leslie in the studio recording this one. And I'm simulating it with a harmonic flanger. So I'm doing an arpeggiated E chord like this. How's it go? Put on harmonic tremolo. If I said harmonic flanger, I meant harmonic tremolo. Alright, so let's give that a try. We're going to play some Fly. This one has a nice little... I picture being in a boat on waves. That's how I feel whenever I play this song. Alright, let's jump into Fly. Chrome Custom. I think that you might be right, Jay Monty. I think you might be right. But I thought there was a UK one of some sort too, but I think you're probably right on that. It's so funny. I use all these different blocks and I forget what some of them are called. But I think you nailed it. Beautiful wah. All right, here's Fly.
Coming to my soul. into my circle. Come into my circle. Come into my circle. Come into my circle.
Everyone's talking about some sun, so here's some sunshine for you. Awesome. We'll keep some jams going for a few more minutes. Paul Theriault's here. Nice to see you, buddy. Wow. He says something about an alarm clock. I missed it. I missed it, but it's cool. He's here. Janice Lala is here, and he says this is a nice alarm clock. I saw some talk about Katana. People talking about different amplifiers, and I'm not sure what the conversation was, but the Katana 50 is a beautiful guitar amp. Junior has that one upstairs, and he runs his Helix into it. But a beautiful, beautiful amplifier. Let me see. Paul says, you're a pro when you're smiling, playing, yet sounding flawless. That sounds like you, buddy. And I get just as many good vibes from you as, what you say here. And I love watching you play. I really do. Guitar at Kirk Hammett pedal. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, there's chorus on the Katana. I'm not sure if people are having a hard time finding it, but yeah, there's chorus. There's flanging, phasing. With the new, they're up to the 3.0 update on it. They've got some Van Halen styles in there as well too. The flanger and the Phase 90 is in there. Ben Mozzie says, great playing and tones as always, EVH and Gear TV Network. I appreciate that. We're going to rock it up here in a little bit, but we'll maybe slow it down for one. Just a nice one here. This is a song from my mom. On this beautiful day like this, I could see her smiling down and just being happy where she is in her place. We'll play this one. This is for Shirley. Then we're going to really rock it crazy, and we're going to try some microphones, and then we're going to carry on with our day.
Okay, are you ready yet?
I don't think my mom will judge me too hard on that one. A couple little flubs, and Brad and a couple people talking about the octaves. I really like the octaves in that song too. And another thing I didn't mention as as well too. The song prior to that one, "In the Sun," that was for any of the Beatles fans. My little tribute to George Harrison and John Lennon, as far as the little breakdown in the middle. Because on the record, I was using a Line 6 Variax way back in the day, long before I even really knew what they were. I was using the Variax 300. Didn't even have real pickups in it. It was all electronic. And I used two different effects, or two different guitars for this little passage here. I used a 12-string Rickenbacker, and I used a choral sitar to give that nice effect. And it sounded really beautiful on the record. But here, with the electric regular guitar, I can't do that. But so that's just my little tribute to the Beatles. Doesn't sound like anything like Beatles, but it's very Beatles influenced for me. Okay, so now how about we rock it up a little heavier here? Let's go over here to get to my dirty channel. All right, here we go. This is gonna be fast and somewhat furious. And my coffee, I know, is probably very cold. We're gonna get the last sip of that in a moment. All right, here we go. All right, how about after a sip of some coffee, how about a little bit of dirty dancing? I'm seeing some dancing there from Nocturnal Butterfly. How about we get some dirty dancing going on here? Almost completely cold coffee, but I'm not wasting it. I don't like to put a good coffee down. We leave no coffee behind. It's like Band of Coffee Brothers. We leave no coffee behind. Not going to do it. Not today. All right. A little bit of dirty dancing. Like we always say, strippers need love too, right? It's all about them. All right, two or three more songs here. We're going to wrap up. And this one here, those of you that watch me play regularly, this is a song called Runaway. And there's a very special, it's really kindergarten simple stuff in this song. All my songs are simple, but it allows room for embellishments here and there and for creative freedoms and some, improvisation. And the riff goes, and I do this right here. And right now I miss that harmonic. I'm trying to get the Zach Wilde kind of a pinch harmonic, and I only do it, sometimes I do it perfect. Other times I ruin it, and sometimes it's somewhere in the middle. So I will nod at the camera like this when I get it right, and that's a very, very cool feeling. So, see, I missed it again, but I have a feeling in the context of the song I'll get it. So I'll shake my head no if I didn't get it, and I'll do this when I do get it. And it's a really fun moment as a guitar player. You hit that magic note, and you know it, and that's how this song does for me. Got some really cool harmonics. You got to get your fingers off the notes fast. That's the hook of the song. Okay, that's kind of cool. But we'll try to get those. See, I almost got it. The song will bring it to me. I know it will. I hope so. Just like I said, the song made him come out for me. When I'm trying to play the pinch harmonics to show you a cappella, I couldn't do it, but the song brought it out. So I hit, I think, probably 90% of them. So I'll take that. That's a good score for Saturday morning. Fart I Kill Noobs is here. Nice to see you. Good morning. Keep those eyes open. Get some coffee. We've got probably about 2 songs left, and we're gonna wrap up this broadcast here. We'll do a quick microphone demo, and we'll get out of here. Left no coffee behind. Okay, we are going to put this guitar down. Okay, we're going to mute the Helix rack for a second. Take out my wireless. And one of the nice things about the Helix products, you can have multiple inputs as well, too. So I was running this guitar with the wireless going to Helix rack, and I'm now going to pick up a Variax guitar that's running with the VDI, kind of a network-style cable. All right, so let's see what we got with this baby. Okay. Oh, got to turn off mute. All right, here we go. This one is for Brad Miller. And I'm sure he'll know what it is. Charles Green's here. Hey, buddy. All right, let's see what we got. We're going to go up in pitch. Here we go. This is for you, Brad. And then we're going to come back with a couple rarities and then do mic demos and get out of here. Rock and roll.
Where did all this time go?
There you go, guys. I know Brad likes that one. Yeah, the counter melody, right, Brad? My favorite part of the whole solo is that part right there. You know, it's really funny with this guitar too. I was kind of embellishing some of the notes with the floating Floyd on here. It's kind of nice getting that Floyd. I found this preset I have right now, which I use all the time. This is my main preset. I wrote this one, and I use it for everything I play. But I also thought it had that real nice... Cool, right? Okay, so we're going to do one more here. And this is it. This one is for Jason Wade. I'm not sure if Jason Wade is still here, but this is a song I wrote back in 1991. This is when I put everything, including the kitchen sink, into this one. And it also has some, if I go to my acoustic preset, let me see here. What's that not sounding loud enough? Let's go back where it maybe clean. And there's a lot of like Joe Satriani style there's that kind of stuff in there. I gotta fix his hair, it's driving me crazy. Okay, so, and there's a part in here where I do this, I go. And then. It's tricky. Paul Theriault could do this great because he's a Joe Satriani guy. And this isn't Joe Satriani's piece, this was just Joe Satriani inspired. Something like that, right? So anyways, here it goes. This is a song called The Power. This is for Jason Wade. Let's rock it. And this is our last song of the day. Here we go. Let's kick ass on this one. All right, there you go. That is going to be it for the guitar playing. I'm going to show you this microphone here real quickly, and we're going to wrap up. And I did see another super chat for R2, R3 Locking Nut. Shout out to all my peeps. Thanks for the jams, Eric, and Wake Up Quentin. And I heard Quentin's not feeling good. I hope he's doing okay. We'll get in touch with him. We talk to him every single day. I hope he is doing well. And also, before we jump into the microphone discussion here as well, let's jump back over to this camera. Well, I'll stay here because I can read the chat on this side. A big shout out to Ladybug and Nocturnal. Their show is really taking off. They do shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually around the 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a really, really fun discussion. It's been picking up every day, gaining a few new members and people in the live chat there. And check it out. So check on either click on Nocturnal Butterfly's little dots beside her name, or click however you do it. Go to her channel and subscribe. I think you'll really have fun. It's sometimes not safe for work, some of the language, but it's 18 plus or whatever the age is to get into that. It's not like it's dirty talk or anything like that, but it's sometimes it gets a little risque and kind of off the charts. It's just in news and topics, topic of the day, that kind of fun stuff. A lot of fun discussion. So I do encourage you to check that out. Let me see here. Who else we got here in the chat? Paul Terry, those notes are fantastic in the tapping melody. Thank you. I kind of butchered that one. I appreciate that, Paul. When I'm not on the spot, I can probably play that one a little bit better. And some days I do it better than others as well, too. No problem, Nocturnal. Love to promote the show. Let me see here. A little Iron Maiden feel, too. Lars Guitar says, yes, very inspired by that. And the other song I was playing called Fall Silent, the one that some people say sounds a little bit like Y&T, the guitar solo on that one is Judas Priest influence. So if you listen to all my music, every single one of my solos has a bit of a different feel. Now, every single one has a bit of Eddie Van Halen, feel to it. It's in my blood. But there's nods to everybody. A Loaded Gun, that crazy, super high bend on the G string around the 13th fret or something like that. Super bend. Believe it or not, it sounds silly, but that is a nod to Collective Soul. I think it's maybe on the song Gel or something by them. I forget which one, but that's a nod to them. So every one of my songs has a nod to somebody that, whether I like it or not, has a influence on me. And you might laugh at this, and I don't want to deter. I don't want to deter from my mom's song Shirley, but the octaves in Shirley were Nickelback inspired. And you say what you want about Nickelback, they have a few good songs. And back in the day when they were more of a rock band, they kicked ass, and that was a nod to that. What else have I got? Oh, it's nods to everybody. And I'm sure if you listen to these songs, you'll get that. And they're available too for Patreon supporters. Patreon.com/evhgeartv. There's a small tier, and you can pick up all my music, everything you heard today plus more. But wait, there's more. All that good stuff, right? Check that out as well too. Paul says, don't be so hard on yourself. You're light years ahead of most people. Thank you, Paul. And that's one thing I am learning to do. And Paul I know he's doing the same thing as well too. Paul puts out great content, and we are our own worst critics. And something that I'm trying to stop doing is, other people may say, Eric, you suck. I'm trying to stop saying that. I'm not saying I'm good or great, but I'm stopping to say I suck, because I don't want some young kid coming into the channel watching me play something, and maybe I play a little bit better than the youngster. And if I'm saying I suck, that really discourages that youngster. Like he or she may be like, well, if he thinks he sucks, then that. So I'm trying to really convey a positive thing. There's always somebody better, and there's better people in the chat right now. And there's going to be better people than them, and there's going to be better people than them. As long as you're having fun, do it. Don't say you suck. And I'm guilty for that a lot. You don't want to take it to the other extreme either, and have like 5 Rolexes on your wrist and do a guitar solo with 14 Marshalls behind them. Just kidding. That's just a private joke for Nocturnal Butterfly, because she loves her Yngwie. It's just a joke, and I love Yngwie too. It's just a nice little joke. You don't want to go to that extreme, but you want to keep it real, keep your feet grounded, but never say that you suck, right? Maybe in private, and then give yourself your own boost of, okay, I need to work on this kind of thing. So yeah, the Chicken Guitar says exactly. Very, very nice. Lars Guitar says, when writing, Eric, I seem to write like the bands I'm listening to at the time. Exactly. And I did that one time. The best song I ever wrote, I didn't write. I come up with this riff really, really cool, right? And I go to show Nocturnal, and I said, check this out. This is the best thing I ever wrote. And she's like, what were you listening to last night? And she knew. And I was like, Joe Satriani. It was his song. It was one of his songs. I'm like, oh, damn. And I'm like, okay, well, so much for that, right? But I was listening to it. I was obsessed with it. It was one of his riffs, totally same riff. And I was like, oh, man. So, nice. Thank you, Fart. Turkey Trail, I saw him for they were tight. Let me see. Bam. Okay. I always like Nickelback tunes. Can't care less what others say. They wrote some good tunes. My favorite song, we covered it in the band, and it's actually quite funny. This is how Nocturnal Butterfly and I rediscovered each other. We rode the bus as kids together, school bus, and then many years later in life, I'm playing in the band. We were all original band, but we'd throw in a couple covers. And we did Never Again by Nickelback. If you haven't heard that song, a lot of younger people may not know it because they're only hearing the new poppy stuff, which is on AM Top 40 or FM Top 40 radio, like the hot hits kind of thing. That's the Nickelback a lot of people know. Go back and listen to Never Again. It's a great song, and we did that one real justice. I think we put our own spin on it, and it's like after that gig, Nocturnal Butterfly calls the bar and says, "Who was that band that was there last week?" And then, the rest is kind of crazy history. So let's continue on for a sec. Bam Ozzy, just search Bam Ozzy. Okay, he's talking about the guitar shots. There you go. Shots fired, Ladybug says. Yeah, shots fired. Should have my soundboard here. That'd be pretty cool. Have my viral sound effects, whatever you call them. Very, very cool. I think I've got everyone's comments. There we go. Okay, good. I'm going to take a look at Bam Ozzy's guitar links after as well, too. And for those of you, too, that are, I talked earlier, some people just jumping in. I'll jump over here. I do have a couple guitars I'm moving right now. You can kind of see a little bit the PV 1998 PV Wolfgang USA mint condition hardtail, and I'm also letting go a PRS CE22. It's actually, I didn't realize they actually called it the Classic 22, CE22, American bolt-on neck. Mark Tremonti pickups in there, all kinds of crazy stuff. Comes with a hard shell case, and also, did I say Tremonti pickups? Once owned by Chan Kinchla from Blues Traveler for about a week or two. Was on tour with him. One of his McCarty guitars, he's a PRS McCarty player, fell over, broke the neck off, and his Road Tech, Guitar Tech sent it to PRS. They fixed it them for him, and they sent him this one as a loaner. He played it on one gig or more, and it's in my possession now. But I'm letting some things go just to make room for some other products. So have some fun with that. And I don't play them all as much as I really do. Bam Ozzy says Never Again was a great tune, and lyrics are great too. Gary Tholander, I was in a band that covered Never Again many moons ago. Fun song to play. That'd be cool, Gary. Do you have any video of it? That'd be neat to see. I think we probably do a little bit. I'm a little bit embarrassed by it because back then I had real short hair and I was very geeky looking. Nocturnal Butterfly saved me that way. I was very geeky on the initial onset of Finding Core, and we were with that band for 12 years. So there's a lot of evolution. Once Nocturnal Butterfly came in, I grew my hair. I got all the, look and all that kind of stuff, and then the back line and all that. And then the band really came to life thanks to Nocturnal. Jason Wade says, has anyone tried Chad Husky's presets yet? No, I have not. And I think I'm going to buy those as well, too, because they sound beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm just getting a text message from Nocturnal. So she posted Bam Ozzy's link about his guitars there, and she's looked at the link. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off the air. She said it is effing beautiful. So I can't wait to see that. Very, very nice. I know Bam has a nice collection of guitars. So Jason, yeah, again on Chad Husky's presets, I haven't got them yet, but I'm going to get them and try them right away. So let's go. We're going to have a look at the microphone system here. And I know if Brian Cote is not in the chat today, but he would like this because he's a videographer and a photographer like myself. Excuse me, almost burped there. And I obviously know I use RØDE products. RØDE has been a sponsor here of our show, one of three sponsors for 3 years. They've been with us for a very, very long time, and they've helped this channel grow. They've helped this channel with audio. I use many of their products. You can bring another one in over here. I've got the RØDE NT1. I've got a NT1 right. If I can point to it, I'll just point that way. You can see it. You can see the microphone over in the corner. That's a RØDE NT1 as well. And then I've got a RØDE Podcaster here as well. Got the RØDE. This is the NT USB. So I love the RØDE family of products, and I really do honestly feel that the audio has grown thanks to RØDE. So they sent me these ones here. These are the Wireless Go. They're considered the world's smallest wireless system. To give you an idea of how small they are, let me put a guitar pick in conjunction with it. Look at that. Okay, that's how small they are. It'll almost be like a guitar pick holder in size. The cool thing is for people like the Brian Cotes and myself and people that are going to these conventions or any kind of news gathering type of things, you can either clip on, this is the transmitter, so that would go wherever your receiver is, either on your camera's hot shoe, slides right on like that, or wherever you want. This is the actual transmitter. That's the receiver, I should have said. I forget what I said. So this could, if you're wearing a pocketed shirt, you could slide it right into the pocket of your shirt, and it has a microphone built into it, so you don't even need to use anything else with it. Now, I haven't tried it with the built-in microphone, but I have tried it with, and we're going to try it today with this. I'm using a regular Rode wired lapel, and I just like this. The closer you get a microphone to any source, the better. And not a lot of people wear pocketed shirts. If you're at a convention, you're probably wearing, like I might be wearing a shirt like this, and you can't stick it in your pocket. I don't really want to do this and stick it in my neck, you know, and then it kind of looks like, it looks silly, right? And especially if you're going to be on camera, that looks very, very silly. So what I would do is I would clip that on my belt, whatever, or my inside pants pocket, whatever you want, however you want to do it. You know, not everyone wears a belt. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to use these things, and I love them. The whole package, which comes with the receiver and transmitter, the regular cable, 2 USB charging cables, and then 2 kind of mini dead cat filters, like these little things. It looks like the little, you know, Queen's Guard kind of soldiers, right? Where do we stick them on here? So it only goes on the, if you want to use this outside in a windy environment, like that. However, I wouldn't use that because I'm not going to be using the built-in microphone very, very infrequently. So we're going to turn them on, and I'm going to actually speak through them in a moment. We'll show you how they work. Okay, so you turn on that one. Did I not press it hard enough or long enough? I'm going to try it again. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. All right, there we go. Now, I know it won't focus on it, but it's showing me basically a level, and that little thing that looks like Wi-Fi, it's searching for the transmitter, and it's not on yet, so I'm going to turn on the transmitter, press and hold it. Okay, it's on, and now it shows that it's connected. It uses a 2.4 gigahertz, you know, wireless system, so and it's always scanning for good channels. So it'll try to find a better channel, whatever. All right, and on the bottom of the receiver, there's a dB meter. All right, not a dB meter, but a dB gain. There's three different segments of gain. So click, click, and click. I just tend to leave the gain on full. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this cable here. Now, if you want to use these with your smartphone, like iPhone or, you know, Android or whatever, iPad, any kind of, you know, device, you're going to need a different kit because this uses tip ring sleeve, which is, you know, like a stereo out. But for your mobile devices, you need tip ring sleeve, TRRS. And Rode sells a kit for that as well, too. I think this whole kit at B&H Photos sells for $199. So it's not a bad investment for people that want to do recording out on the go. So I'm going to use another adapter to go to my mixer. I'm going to use a tip ring sleeve to XLR adapter. Looks like this. Okay, very, very simple. Kind of a barrel type of deal. I also use this on my field recorder. Okay, so I'm good. I've got my receiver ready to go. I'm going to put that on a channel right now that I've already got labeled. Okay, I'm just going to, actually, I'll switch over camera so you may see me do it a little bit. Maybe not much. I have a spare channel just for this. Now, keep in mind, if we were using that like on a camera, it'd be on the hot shoe, and then it's routed to go out on the left, the output, because usually your microphone jack on your cameras are always on the left, so it's perfect, just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pin the lapel onto my shirt. What I normally do when I'm doing videos, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Let's go back here again for a sec. Well, I'll stay here. When I'm doing videos, I don't even use the clip. I take the little windscreen off, and I put it under my shirt, and I tape it to my chest, or I'll tape it to my shirt, to the inside of my shirt. It hurts a little bit taping it to your chest, and you rip off some stuff there. But in this case, for argument's sake, I'm just going to clip it to my chest, somewhere around middle here. And my shirt will get wrinkled, of course. But all right, so we got it right there. And the common mistake a lot of people like to do is they like to talk like this, right? You know, they think they have to talk into the microphone. You don't. You talk out. You talk to your subject. All right. I'm going to put the clip inside the Rode Wireless Go transmitter, right here. All right, so we are ready to go, and I should be registering. Yeah, I'm looking at the meter over here. I wish I could show you. The meter is registering quite well. And maybe I'll get it in a shot. Let's see. Yeah, I can. 1 2 1 2. You can see some. You know, you can't see it clearly, but you can see some metering registering there. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to mute this microphone. Okay, and we're going to give it see what you think. 1 second here. I'm going to mute this, and we're going to turn on this guy. All right, testing 1 2. Now we're getting a little bit of echo, but still certainly a very, very robust. I'm hearing a good stereo mix. This is basically my transmitter, so we could tuck that onto your pocket. I could be playing the guitar right now, whatever. Obviously, I'd want to mute that as I'm playing, but then when I go to speak, very, very good. So I'll do a little bit of EQ adjustment just to give us a bit of an idea. So I'm not using this microphone. This can go right out of the way. All right, let's go over here. Let's just give a bit of EQ. We could always even throw in some fun reverb. Hello. Silly, of course. But let's just, it sounds quite robust. Let's bring some of those highs back. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's mids. All right, bring some of that up a little bit, but a bit more lows. Bring some of that high off. There you go. That's a little too low. Very, very nice. Let's tailor a little bit more. Chest 1, 2, 1, 2, taking out some of those mids, adding a bit more mids. So, and you're actually so sensitive. That's a truck going by my house. If you could probably hear that low rumble. So yeah, there you go. For $199. It doesn't come with the lapel. It just comes with the built-in. But you know what? You want to try this for fun? I haven't tried this yet live on the air. Let's see how the actual built-in microphone sounds. Okay, so I'm going to physically unplug this. Okay, so I'm not sure why that didn't actually use the internal mic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it back off for a second and turn it back on. Maybe because it used the lapel mic once. Let's turn it back on. We'll see. Test 1, 2, 1, 2. Test 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so probably because I plugged in the actual lapel mic. But I would recommend the lapel anyways, 100% with it. And I'll try to figure out why that didn't work there as well, too. But let's put this back in. Sorry for the pop. Okay, turn off the other Rode mic. So there we are. We're back to lapel again as well, too. I think it sounds very, very robust. You can picture that. And the cool thing is it's up to like about 60 meters or something like that as far as the wireless range. But you do have to try to be in a good line of sight. So it's not one of the ones like some of the other kits where you can actually walk behind a wall and, and the signal will carry it. You have to try to be in a line of sight. But if you're going to use this like in a convention environment, like NAM or things like that, you're going to be 2 feet away, 5 feet away from your subject. But phenomenal kit. I'm going to turn this back off. I'm going to go back over to my regular microphone here and find any people I might have missed at the end of the chat. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and let you carry on with your Saturday. Okay, so we're back to the regular one. So that's it. That's the Rode Wireless Go kit. Like I say, available at B&H Photo. I don't get any kickbacks from B&H Photo, but they're $199. And if you want to get the additional kit that lets you hook up to your smart devices, I think it's only around $215. It's something like that. Very, very affordable, but have a look as well, too. So let's go back and just jump back and see what all I might have missed. And we're going to let everybody go. There you go. Thank you for the link, Nocturnal Butterfly, Rode.com. They have phenomenal products. Great for podcasters, good for home recording enthusiasts, everything. So I swear by them. Let me see here. Any questions? Matt Harrison is here saying morning all. Gary Tholander, rhythm guitarist from Riding to Karma Train album. So right here for the drummer. Thumbnail shows just a drummer too. It's a conversation I missed. I'm very sorry. Lars Guitar says sounds good. Janice Lala says great sounds. Adam Roach is here as well too. Another podcaster. Speaking of podcasters, sounds great. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I love these things. I'm hoping sometime, Adam, I might get a chance to finally meet you because I'm hoping to do something with Rode over in Australia in the coming months or year. I'm hoping to get over there with them and do some promo with them because they've been a big supporter. All this stuff is made in Australia. I love it. To me, Australian-made products are cream of the crop. They're great. Let me see here. DEFCON Clark just joined. Salutations. Some cool stuff. DEFCON, if you go back later on, there's some great jams. We had lots of fun. All that kind of stuff. Let me see here. Charles Green. Let me see here. I think I got just about everybody. Bam says, I won't be looking at reverb for a long time, and I have to buy the new BRS. And Poonen is jumping in saying, morning, everybody's. Okay, so listen, I hope everyone has a fantastic Saturday. We're 11:24. It's not too bad. An hour and a half. It's pretty much my 90-minute show. I wasn't even paying attention to the time, and it actually went great. And Adam, I would look forward to meeting you. Then maybe we could do something together. That'd be great. But nothing is even in the works yet. But it's something I talk about quite often. I want to make it happen. Bring the family over there. That'd be great. I've always wanted to visit Australia. It's one of my bucket list things for sure. England, Japan, all that stuff. Oh, Paul just posted the video as well too. Paul Theriault. Okay, so everyone, that's something I suggest as well too. Click on Paul's name and go check out his channel. And for that matter, I'm never a person that says sub for sub, like just sub to everybody, because everybody has content that you may not like. You may love 90% of what you see, you may like 10% of it, but everybody here, for the most part, is a YouTuber and some. So check out their names, go check out their channels if you like it. Subscribe. Paul, I will give you an example. Paul is a great player, and I think it would be a worthy subscription as well too. I'm not trying to single Paul out as any better than anybody else, but I do think if you went there and checked it out, it's very, very good. But also check out the names of people here. Go check out their channels. You're probably subscribed to most of them. and give it a subscription if you're into it. And if you're new here watching my channel, our channel here, the family's channel, subscribe. And if you do, and if you're new, like I say, I promise I'll work very, very hard to keep you as a subscriber as I did to get you. I always like to look at this channel as I'm always in interview mode. I'm interviewing for the job of, you know, entertaining you guys and girls. And when I get you, I'm not gonna say, okay, I got you. Now I can, you know, I can just kick back and go on autopilot. No. The hardest part is keeping you guys. It's easy. I don't want to say it's easy to get you as a subscriber. It's easier to get you as a subscriber than it is to keep you. So I promise I will work very, very hard, week after week, day after day, to make it worthy of you coming back and spending time here, because there's a lot of worthy content on YouTube to watch. And I want to make sure that when you come back and give me some of your time, it was a worthy investment. All right. So say goodbye to the last few people here. Take care, and thanks for a great show from Bam Ozzy. Charles Green, take care. Jason Wade, awesome stream. Thanks so much. Hope you're not trying to enjoy the rest of the day. We are looking forward to it. Grandkids, today's going to be fun. Strawberries and all that good stuff. And maybe might even get my scared butt in the pool today. We'll see. And right on from R2, Poo Ninja says, have a great weekend. Brad Miller, thank you so very, very much. Check out all the links down in the description down below. We've got a cool new Facebook group as well, too. All things Line 6 Helix. I don't know if I have that link in the description, but you can find it just by typing that in. Check out, support our sponsors down below in the channel as well, too. We've got Patreon things available. If you're into PayPal and you want to support the show, it always helps invest in more gear to bring better content to you. It helps the family as well, too. That's paypal.me/evhgeartv. There's a Patreon. All that good stuff. Certainly not a dry bag. It just certainly just mentioning if you want to show a little tip, tips are accepted. All right, everyone. Thank you so very, very much. We will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, with Chris Robertson of Blackstone Cherry. Going to be the second show now in our new Helix Hour Plus format. We were voted to a 90-minute show from a 60-minute show last week, and I think it's an okay investment in time, because 60 minutes just goes by too fast. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Guitar Hack. Thank you, Ben Mozzie. Thank you, everybody. Ladybug, the whole list of all you guys and girls. You rock. See you real soon. And until next time, cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/evhgeartv. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric, and I've been looking guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.